Hello everyone, my name is Paulette Bacasela and today I'm going to talk about three important topics in phonology. So first I will explain features and specifications for American English consonants and vowels. Then I will talk about also of phonetic features, and finally I will explain phonological rules and why they are important in everyday speech. So let's go start. First let's talk about feeder specification. In phonology, feeder specification is a way to describe uh, and classify the speech sounds according to the characteristics instead of only giving a name for the sound. So, linguistics describe exactly how it is produced. For consonants, we usually describe three things: the manner of articulation, the place of articulation, and voicing. For example, the sound P is a voiceless bilabial stop because it is produced with both lips and the airflow stops completely and the vocal cords do not vibrate. And in the other hand, we have the B that is also bilabial stop, but it is a voice because the vocal cords have a vibration. So, these descriptions help us compare sounds and understand also the pronunciation of American English more specific. Now, let's look about American English consonant and vowels. Even though both are speech sounds, they are described differently. Because as we see before, consonants are classified by the place of articulation, the manner of articulation, and also the voicing. These features also tell us exactly how the sound is produced. But in the other way, we have the vowels that are different because there is not complete blockage of the airflow. Instead of that, they are classified according to the height of the tone, the position of the tone, and whether the lips are rounded or unrounded. For example, we have the vowel I, like in the word see. It's a high front on rounded vowel, and the vowel U, like food, is a high back rounded vowel. Finally, like in the cat, it have a low front vowel. Using these features help linguistics describe English pronunciation in a very precise and organized ways. So it's better for the communication. Okay, so the next topic is phonetic features. They are physical characteristics that describe how speech sounds are produced. One important feature is voicing. A sound is voiced when the vocal cords have a vibration, like B. A sound is voiceless when they do not have a vibration, like P. Another feature is nasality. Yes, because nasal sounds such as M are produced when the air passes through the nose. We also have stops like T, where the airflow is completely blocked before it is released. And another example is fricative, like when the air passes through a narrow opening and creates a friction. Finally, we have approximants like W that are produced when it's like very little obstruction to the airflow. And all these phonetic features help us understand the difference between speech sounds. So they are a little difficult, but we have to check because that help us with our pronunciation. Finally, let's talk about phonological rules. These rules explain how speech sounds change when people speak naturally. The first rule is assimilation. This happens when one sound becomes more similar to a nervy sound. For example, in the expression Green Park, many speakers pronounce the N more like because of the following sound. The second rule is elision, where a sound is omitted. For example, in a next day. The T is often not pronounced in connected speech. Another rule is linking. This happens when the final sound of one word connects with the beginning of the next word, making like the speech more smoother. For example, in go on, the sounds are linked together. Finally, we have a reduction. This usually happens with unstressed words. For example, the word to is often pronounced as ta instead of its of the full pronunciation. So these rules makes English sound more natural and more fluent in everyday conversation at every time when we are talking with any person. And we often look that part. So that's all for all. Thank you, and I wait that you are gonna see this video and gonna help us and to you to have a better pronunciation. Bye.